This video is being sponsored by Educative.io, which has a collection of well-crafted written courses for software developers. Thanks to Educative for arranging a 10% discount for my audience when using the coupon Rachit. More about that later. First, let's start the video. Hey everyone, this is me Rachit and welcome to yet another video. In this video, we are going to talk about open source versus competitive programming rating, which is better for software developers, which is the thing they should devote most of their time into. Then we are going to talk about how do I manage my software engineering job, a YouTube channel based on programming and life lessons, my LinkedIn post where I write short written content again about motivation and life lessons, and also my health, and I manage all these things consistently. So how do I do that? And the third question is about should you first complete reading theory and only then you should start competitive programming. So what is the right time one should start with competitive programming journey? So Raj Karmakar asks that what has more value in your resume as a fresher, open source contribution or good rating in competitive programming? So I would definitely say open source contribution would have a better value in your resume because competitive programming, it's not that huge a community that every single company knows about it. But if you have open source contribution, the reach of that would be more. So if you have really good open source contributions, I think they will always stand a better chance as compared to good rating in competitive programming. Because let's face it, competitive programming, if you're good at it, it means you're good with data structures, algorithms, problem solving skills are good. But software engineering is something which is much more than that. It needs much more things. And if you have good contributions in open source, I can trust you with your software engineering skills as well. Deval Sethi asks, how do you manage your job, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram memes, personal upskilling, and exercise at the same time, and that too consistently? Well, first of all, thanks for the appreciation. It really feels good to see that people reflect on you like this. So, thanks a lot for the kind words. But I think the key over here is time management and dedication. And I had learned that when I was in IIT Roorkee and I was from a different branch. Like I am a software engineer now, but back then I was an electrical engineer student. So I developed the skill of, analyzing that where most of my time goes into and how can I collect small breaks and use them effectively to do really great things in life. So the art of time management, and I also have a video about that and how I utilize small breaks in my given 24 hours of a day. So make sure to check that out. I have really shared a lot of details and personal experiences over there. But I think the time management aspect has changed a lot for me once I was a student as compared to now. I'm like a working professional and I also am living with my family. So things have changed a lot drastically. My priorities have also changed. Earlier, back then when I was in college, I was from electrical engineering and I was making sure I was really working hard to strengthen my skills and be really good and beat out the competition. So I was really focused on that. And at that point of time, I really did not take a lot of breaks. Whenever I'm like, even if I'm cycling or probably eating alone in the mess sometimes, or even if I'm taking a shower, at that point of time, I used to devote a lot of time just thinking about problems of competitive programming or data structures or algorithms. So that's how I used to spend my time. But now, like, I'm having a good job, I'm happy with my life. I do want to excel. So I spend my weekends, trying to upskill the new technologies which are coming. For example, recently I shifted from a backend developer to full stack developer. And that happened only in the nights and the weekends that I have. And of course, we also have this YouTube channel ongoing. The thing is, I do things whenever I feel like doing them. If I'm feeling like I want to make a video, I make it. This video is coming after a long time. But there are no any secrets other than that, except for the fact that I use my weekends and nights a lot to stay productive and do some things. And when you're talking about exercise, I think that's actually necessary. I have seen a lot of students who are preparing for MBA or IAS. What eventually they do is they spend 2 years completely shut in their room and they're not doing any exercises. And I have also done IIT JEE preparation, so I can relate to that. But overall, I feel that if you're not exercising, your body is becoming lazy, and the tendency to stuff chips and all those things, snacks in nighttime really increases for me personally. So to stay aligned, I also always have this inner voice which is questioning like, are you on the right track? Is your life progressing in the right direction that you want? And that voice always maintains that balance. You know what I'm talking about? I feel exercise is always good. It makes you proactive and gives you energy to do things. So that's one of the reasons why I always find time to do some exercise here and there. And I think this is a lifestyle. Like, you should not be doing exercise with like squeezing out time from your busy schedule just for the sake of doing it. It should be a lifestyle. Only then you can sustain things for a longer time. Like, I maintained doing competitive programming as a lifestyle while I was in college, and now I'm not doing because my lifestyle has changed, right? So only those things can be sustained which you inculcate in your lifestyle. Like, once you're seeing results, only then you are happy about those decisions. So I'll request you to like stay consistent, and you will see benefits if you are doing it correctly. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. And now, talking about Instagram memes, I would say that I like being creative. Sometimes when I'm making videos or educational content here and there, or guiding or mentoring people, it's good. I like it and I do it. But sometimes, you want to have some fun. Watching TV series is another hobby that I have. Like, sometimes I enjoy watching movies, right? So similarly, I like creating memes as well. So it's not kind of a, extra thing that I'm doing. All of the things I do only when I feel like doing. Like, if I am doing a lot of educational content and I'm a bit bored doing that, I would switch to another hobby and continue doing that. So that's how I work. Like, I maintain multiple hobbies, and a lot of my hobbies are actually productive. Like, I have a hobby of helping people and mentoring people out there and making these YouTube videos to connect with all of you. Of course, this has benefits for me as well, but I also enjoy doing that, and that's why I started doing this in the first place. So that's how I would say, like, make sure that you align your hobbies in such a way that they make you happy, as well as they give you some extra benefit in your life and help you with your career, for example. So yeah, that's how I would put it. Shantanu Kaushik asks, hello Rachit Bhaiya, big fan. I am learning Java and just started learning data structures. Will learn algorithms after completing data structures. When should I transition to CodeChef and Codeforces? After learning data structures or while I'm learning data structures? Now, this question, I mean, for me, like, I believe everyone will have their own path and answer to this. For me, I never waited to do data structures. I actually started with the contest challenges, and whenever I was not able to solve problems, I tried to read the tutorial, understand what it is, and if they are really talking about some new term that I had never heard about, I like I never became uncomfortable. I said that, okay, here is a learning opportunity for me. Like, I would make sure that the new 3 4 terms that I have heard in the tutorial, I will understand them one by one, give them time, patience, and enjoy learning that. Once I have done that, I will try to solve problems based on that. Once I have also done that, I will come back to the problem that I was not able to solve and which was using all these 3 4 things, and then I will solve that. So doing this consistently really helped me a lot. Like, I learned a lot of things, improved really fast, and that's the only tip that I want to give to you. Never wait for, like, I will only do theory, and once I'm really good with the theory, I will start doing this. These things only come when you make, like, you need to get your hands dirty. You have to start doing things, and only then you will develop this sense of, perfection. Like, you are doing things, you are making mistakes, you're learning from them, and you are repeating that. So do this process, and this will only happen when you do it, not just by like reading books. You have to start writing code and participate in contests if you're talking about data structures and algorithms. So do not wait for theory to come to you. Do both of things simultaneously. Now, I do like Educative Unlimited because it allows you to buy all courses at one single time, and you don't have to purchase or buy for each and individual course. As you can see, for India, they already are very generous and running a 40% off campaign. But for my audience, we have an additional 10% off for limited sales on using the coupon Rachit. So make sure to go to educative.io/Rachit to enjoy a discount. Alright, guys, I hope this was fun. And if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so that we can connect more often. And whenever I upload videos, you do not miss that. Alright, so do that. And if you enjoy short written contents, make sure to follow me on LinkedIn and Twitter. And for pictures, follow me on Instagram. I will see you in the next one. Till then, happy coding. Bye bye.